When did you cry over food? 601-995-1017 or bonus points if it's pizza. Give us a call anytime food has made you cry. There's a new poll out that revealed 55% of Americans say, yeah, pizza has made them cry. Things like people taking the last slice of pizza will make somebody cry. People have faked having an emergency to get pizza. So pizza is a very powerful and emotional food, I suppose. I'm surprised nobody says that pizza has made them cry whenever it burnt the roof of their mouth, because I can't make a frozen pizza without burning my mouth on it. I never can get myself to wait long enough for the cheese to cool down, and then it burns the roof of your mouth and you rip it away, and then there's that cheese strand that's on your lip that now your lip's on fire. It's a real problem.
But is that a cry or is that more of just a scream, like a yelp? Yeah,
it could be a cry. Depends on how hot the cheese is.
That's true.
What about you? Has pizza or food ever made you cry whenever you couldn't eat real pizza with your dietary restrictions and stuff? Did that make you cry?
No, but I am going to have beef with anybody who made fun of me whenever I admitted that I cried. I went to the bathroom of a restaurant and cried whenever I saw the menu no longer had sweet potato fries. And everyone was like, oh, it's so silly. Well, you're crying over pizza. What's the difference?
I don't know if this counts as crying over pizza, so to speak, but years ago, I was still working my retail job, and I think it made me, like, I wasn't a full-on weep or anything, but there were some tears running down my face because I didn't have a whole lot to look forward to at this point in my life. I wasn't particularly happy, but one thing that I did have to look forward to for a week, I cold fermented homemade pizza dough in my fridge.
That sounds like a setup for a disappointment. A whole week, you're cold ferment. I don't even know what those words mean.
Yeah, it just means sit in the fridge and develop flavor and gluten and everything. It was supposed to be delicious. It was supposed to be the best pizza I'd ever had. I was so excited. I was watching YouTube videos for a week, and then I make the pizza and everything. I roll out the dough. And I thought I could just use like a cutting board or something as kind of one of those pizza peels to slide it into the oven. I even bought a special pizza stone to get a good crust on this cold fermented dough.
Wow.
I couldn't get the thing off the countertop. It was stuck to the countertop. I couldn't do it.
Did you ever get it off of the countertop, or did you move with pizza stuck on your countertop?
Eventually, so what I did next, I was like, I'm going to just have the calzone this. So I tried to like peel it up and roll it together. And that didn't work. So I just took this now raw ball of sauce, cheese, and dough that I couldn't get off the counter, and I spiked it into my kitchen sink.
Yeah, that sounds healthy.
It was miserable. Apparently 55% of people have cried over pizza. So I want to know when a food has made you cry. Do you think pizza is the most commonly cried over food?
It's gotta be, unless we're all just crying over food all the time and not talking about it, which I would like to start talking about, because I cry over food a lot. Like, I typically want food when I feel overstimulated, and I'm more prone to crying when I'm overstimulated. So it's a recipe for disaster.
Mary from Clinton, John Michael's mom is here. Was it pizza or another food that you cried over?
It was another food that made me cry.
What happened?
I was pregnant with John Michael, and my husband ate my Philly cheesesteak sandwich.
How rude. That would have made me cry even if I wasn't pregnant. Like, how dare you eat my food?
Right, my sentiments exactly, but it was an ugly cry. It was awful. I was like, it was a lot of, how could you? I can't believe you. I had my mouth set on eating my leftover cheesesteak sandwich. Like, I had talked it up as I drove home. I remember it like it was yesterday.
How did he make it up to you?
You know, I don't really remember. I remember him standing there with a blank stare and apologizing.
That does not feel like enough.
I don't remember if he did anything to make up for it, because the place I had gotten the sandwich from was closed.
Oh, that's the worst, Mary. Thank you for the call. Sarah left a comment on the Adam and Allison page.
She said that she, whenever she was pregnant, cried over cold, stale French fries. And it's like, I cried over sweet potato fries, and I definitely wasn't pregnant. So, like...
Are you feeling it all badly about how every story we're getting is like, I was pregnant, I was pregnant.
Yeah, I'm feeling really really bad because I've cried over food a lot and I've not once been pregnant.
I think that French fries are definitely something to cry over, though. Maybe even more than pizza, because like French fries are so good whenever they're good, but whenever they're bad, they're really bad. Like if they're not cooked enough, like that, like pizza is pizza. Like even bad pizza is still better than a lot of food, but French fries are not like that. I could see myself maybe not crying, but having an emotional response to even a restaurant switching the kind of fries that they have. Like if I'm expecting a straight cut fry and you bring out a brand new crinkle cut fry, I'm going to be livid.
I remember vividly in high school, my go-to headache food was a Coke and some French fries.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went and I got those, and my boyfriend proceeded to eat some of my fries, and I instantly started crying. So I was like, those are for my headache. I need those. So yeah, French fries worth crying over for sure.
That's funny.